Hello Maniacs, this is Hulkx Maniac and welcome to Friday the 13th, the game. Now in today's video we're going to be going through Sheldon, we're going to be going through his stats, perks and a few tips along the way. So without further ado, let's get back into the video. Okay, so Sheldon's stats are Composure is 6, Luck is 1, Repair is 5, Speed is 4, Stamina is 4, Stealth is 8, and Strength is 7. Okay, so where should I start with Sheldon? Well, you don't really want to use him as a stealth character because he's not quick and he hasn't got much stamina. So the idea for this character is to use him to just fight Jason. He's still strong and he's got good composure, and if things do go south, his repair is okay, so you can do a few repairs along the way to try and escape. But he's mainly an ideal character to be fighting Jason because he's ideal for that. So now I will go on to his perks. So without further ado, here we go. So for the first perk I would use as Sheldon is going to be Sucker Punch. Now Sucker Punch increases the stunning time when hitting Jason with a weapon. Now it's like I said at the start of the video guys, you want to be using Sheldon as somebody to fight Jason, just to get as much damage off him and get his mask off, and then you can come back as Tommy. You want to sacrifice yourself straight away. I'm going to put it right out there straight away. I don't understand why they've put his stealth up to be like his highest on here, because he's not going to do much running around. He's only got 4 speed and 4 stamina. So he's really just ideal on just getting right in there on Jason, getting as much hits on him as you can to get more damage off. So hopefully you can come back as Tommy and then possibly try and kill Jason, do the best that you can. So Sucker Punch is just ideal for this at the moment, and the next perks will help it along quite nicely. Downside to this perk is that it reduces your sprinting speed as well. So like I said, you know, Sheldon's only got 4, so that's going to reduce it a little bit, and that's not really what you want if you're going to be running around and stuff like that. So that's why it's just ideal just to get right in there on Jason and just take as much damage off him as you can. So for my second perk to use as Sheldon is going to be Swift Attacker. Now Swift Attacker increases the attack speed when you're using a weapon. Now this is what you're going to use. It's ideal when you're going to be fighting Jason, because you want to try and get a quick swing in on him and then move away from him before he grabs you or gets attacking himself. So it's ideal, and to be fair for Sheldon, it is really quick with him. You will notice when you watch this video, it is really quick with him, so that's an ideal on what you want for him really. The only downside is your attacking damage is decreased. Now it's not too bad for Sheldon because his is quite high up, it's like a 7, so that's not too bad. So you can sort of sacrifice that a little bit. So but you want this really, like I said, you want this one. This is ideal for fighting Jason anyways, so yeah, the damaging is not going to have any effect on it whatsoever. Okay, so for my third perk to use as Sheldon is going to be Thick Skinned. Now Thick Skinned is basically taking less damage off Jason's attacks, climbing through broken windows or stepping in bear traps. So you really want this one to be fighting Jason because you can actually take a good few hits off Jason. I think Jason has hit me a couple of times when I've been playing as this character, and I think before I started limping it was 4. And that's basically because he's got a high strength as well, so that's something to keep in mind. When you're using lower characters, it might only take about maybe 2, maybe 3 hits, and then that's them done really. So Sheldon's a good one to use for fighting Jason, so I actually say this is worth having a go at using. Now the only downside is that his stumbling chance is increased. So really enough, with his composure being quite high, that shouldn't really be much of a problem, only when he gets completely super scared. But I've stood right next to Jason with this character a couple of times, and he doesn't really get scared really. I don't know why. It's quite amusing really to see, but it's not that much of an issue really. So don't be afraid to just get right in there on Jason and have a swing at him as the best that you can. So I'm going to move on to the tips. So without further ado, here we go. So the only tip that I can give you is just don't be afraid of having a go at Jason. Just don't go like charging in all guns blazing at him. Try and make him make a mistake. Try and make him hit you first, because once he tries to hit you, then you can just swoop right in there, get a hit on him, and then that's him down. Also with Sheldon as well, make sure you try fighting in a group. This always seems to help a lot, because Sheldon's like, when he does get grabbed, it's a bit literally like game over, literally game over for him. But if you want it to come back as Tommy, then it's not a bad thing. So you just need to keep that in mind. And if you are going to be running around with Sheldon, just make sure that you stand underneath all the lights the best that you can. Make sure you keep his stamina up as high as you can without running, because it just decreases so quickly. So always keep that in mind. And if you ever do need to get out of there, make sure you just, wherever you see the battery, go and put it in, or the fuse, go and put it in. Just always make sure that you have yourself a backup straight away, because sometimes some other people don't think like that, and you need to get away. When you're the last person on here as well, you're in trouble. You really are in trouble. So you want to try and keep that in mind, that you don't exhausting yourself. And the last thing that you want is having half stealth and Jason is chasing after you. The worst thing, you don't really want to do it. You don't want to do it. So always keep that in mind, and make sure that you lock all the doors and windows so you can get that bit of a breather, because you're going to need as much breathing time as you can with Sheldon. So that's the tips I am going to give you for today, guys. And with that, I'm going to end the video here. If you are new to the channel, like and subscribe. It does help me out a lot, and I appreciate every subscriber that I get. If you want to leave a comment about Sheldon's perks, or you've got an idea for Sheldon's perks, I will read up on the comment and I will reply back. I reply back to every comment that comes my way. I also have content on the channel as well, a few videos of Friday the 13th still, and a lot of live streams as well. So without further ado, this is Hulk X Maniac, over and out.